Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're looking at creating blends of colors in Adobe Illustrator. I've got a traditional method and a new method which is really interesting and very powerful. The more traditional method is to use a blend. So I have two same color circles. I'm going to change the color on this one to yellow. And what I want is a blend between these two colors. We can do that by selecting over these shapes and going to the blend tool. I'm going to click on it and then select the two shapes that are going to become part of my blend. If I double click the blend tool, I can set it to specified steps. So I can specify how many circles I have. Whatever I put in this dialog will be plus the 2 at the end. So if it reads 10, I'm going to end up with 12. I'm going to type 5 and that will give me ultimately 7 shapes. Now I've got these colors that I could then add to the swatches panel. There's a slight problem with it though, because if I select on these colors, go to the swatches panel and add a new color group, I'm only going to add the beginning and end colors because what I've got here is a blend. I would need to expand the objects out of the blend. So I'll choose Object and then Blend and then Expand. Checking the Layers panel, that now gives me a group with all these objects in it. Now if I go to the swatches panel and create a new color group, this time I'm going to get all 7 colors. As I said, that's a more traditional way of creating color blends. There is a new one now in Adobe Illustrator. So let's switch to this document here. In this case, I've already pre-prepared my squares that I'm going to use, and right now they're all the same color. I'm going to click on this last one here and I'm going to give it a different color. So let's just use this color here now. While I'm here, I'm going to duplicate this set because we're going to prove something else in a minute. So I'm just grabbing this and just alt dragging this away. But let's focus on this set of colored squares. I'm going to select over all of them, and to create a blend between this color and this color, I can go across to the Edit menu and go to Edit Colors. There's an option here which is Blend Vertically. If I click on that, I will get a seamless blend from this color to this color. And again, these colors are not inside anything special. If we go to the Layers panel, we'll see that these are not in a specific blend. They've just been recolored. So we can go straight to the swatches panel without having to expand anything and add these colors to the swatches panel. Now you might be asking yourself, what happens if all of these squares are not the same color? So let's just add one with a color that does not match our color theme. I'm going to select over all these shapes and let's do the same process again with Edit, Edit Colors, and then of course Blend Vertically because we are going in a vertical direction. You can see that what Illustrator is doing is it's blending from the first color to the last and ignoring everything in the middle. So that begs the question of what happens if we have shapes that are not the same. So let's go to this one. I've got a set of shapes that are in a horizontal orientation and a set of not similar shapes. So I'm going to select this one and let's just run the horizontal. So this time I'm going to blend from blue to pink. Select over everything, Edit, Edit Colors, Blend Horizontally, and we've got that same seamless blend this time between the blue and the pink. Let's go to the swatches panel and pick up a different color this time. And this time I've got different shapes. I've got a series of shapes which are circles and squares. Edit, Edit Colors, Blend Horizontally. And you can see that Illustrator is not phased about the different shapes. In fact, every single one of these shapes could be different. We just color the first and the last, and then Illustrator will create a seamless blend between those two colors. Now there's one final and really interesting process that we can look at. Let's go to this document here. Here we have a grid of shapes. So we've got shapes that are not exactly the same and they're arranged in columns and rows. Let's select a color for the first one. I'm going to select this pink, and then let's come down here to the last one and I'm going to select a dark blue for it. So this is the first shape, this is the last shape. Let's select all of these shapes and then we'll choose Edit and then Edit Colors. Let's have a look at Blend Horizontally and see what that gives us. Remembering we started with red here, we've actually lost that red and we're just blending from the blue to the navy. I'm going to undo that and let's go to Edit, Edit Colors and let's do Blend Vertically. In this case, we've again lost this color of the first shape, and we've just got a pale blue to dark blue blend. Let's undo that, and let's try a third option on this menu that we haven't discussed before. Edit, Edit Colors, and let's go to Blend Front to Back. And this time we're getting what we asked for. We're going from the red color through to the navy color. You can see that the colors are changing across the rows. So again, Illustrator is totally ignoring the fact that we're using different shapes, but the blend this time is going from this corner down to this corner and encompassing every single one of these shapes, so every single one of them has a different color. These Edit Colors options, Blend Front to Back, Blend Horizontally, and Blend Vertically, give us another tool for creating color schemes and also for simply just blending colors through shapes. Something that's not available through the Blend options, because Blend options is going to try and blend the shapes into each other, not just the colors, but this is maintaining the shape structure and just giving us blended colors. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results every time, then you'll love my other YouTube videos. So give this video a thumbs up and click to subscribe to the channel. And on the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you to watch next.